Danny, as you know, Montanans are some of the lowest income people in the nation. And I have been pondering and been concerned in recent months about the number of people who are losing their jobs and losing their retirement as a result of some leaders in this country, especially on Wall Street, many of whom make $50 million and more a year and walk away from their companies after bankrupting them with $100 million bonuses and more. And I got to thinking, how many $50,000 jobs would 50 million jobs create? And that's more than most people make in a year. Do you know how many jobs? 1,050,000 jobs a year. And yet we gave these people tax breaks and started the war. And I don't understand why you continue to argue for tax breaks for millionaires. I appreciate it.
There are a couple of simplified, there are fundamentally two views, and that is that government is the solution. That the bigger, the more, the complex government you get, government spending will solve the economic crisis. I don't believe we can spend our way into prosperity. I honestly believe that government, in many ways, creates many of the problems. I'm not. I don't discount corporate greed. I don't discount union greed, and I don't discount big government greed. We have a tendency to always want to focus on one element. When use the financial reform package and the meltdown as an example. See, we have a tendency to want to blame the home builders that built the house, the realtors that sold the house, the bank that made the loan on it, without recognizing the fact that the government created the opportunity for it to occur in the first place. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were left out of this reform. See, so why do we always have a tendency to want to pick and choose our enemies without recognizing the bigger picture? You know, let's use the healthcare reform as an example. That we suggested to the president, if you want to control the cost of healthcare, one of the big aspects was defensive medicine, the fear of being sued. The duplication that occurs in the hospital. If you don't believe me, talk to your doctor. Every doctor will tell you that duplication occurs, or hospital administrators. I asked a question of the hospital administrator yesterday, Marcus Daly in Hamilton, and he said absolutely. And it does absolutely occur. And yet, here we have a healthcare reform package that left defensive medicine and tort reform out. And so why would you pass a financial reform issue that actually embeds too big to fail? Because we haven't seen the last bank bailout. You think it's solved it, you haven't. It has not been solved. And so you've got a financial reform package that left Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac out because under their philosophy, that's hands off. You've got a health care issue that did not deal with defensive medicine because of the trial lawyer lobby in Washington, D.C. So what I'm trying to do is, like with campaign finance law, everybody ought to be included. I don't think the NRA ought to be carved out. I didn't think the AARP ought to have been treated separately or differently to get their support for the health care reform. And we can go on down the list of the things or the areas where if you're going to try and address these issues, then address them head on. Get right to the basic, what the problem is. Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is David.